Hello and welcome to those endless mysteries. Today I have a Dogman sighting to share with you. But before we get into that, I would like to remind you, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will be posting new sighting reports. Also, we will be starting a glass collection of cryptids. July's is up now. We'll have a new glass every month. This is going to be a very limited collection with only 250 complete sets made. So I hope you can get into this set. So let's get on into this sighting now. This sighting comes out of Wisconsin from 2016. A friend sent me this sighting a couple of years back. In this report, the witness says that he has farmed this area for over 25 years now, and that he has never experienced anything like this before, and that he hopes he never will again. The farmer says that it was around 6 a.m. and the sun was just starting to rise, with it still being quite dark outside though. He was starting his day off by checking his cows. He was hoping that a couple of his stock had given birth, so he jumped into his side-by-side and headed out down to the field, with the farmer being very happy to see several new calves as he was going through the fields. Then out of nowhere, he says that he heard a loud growl coming from the bottom of the field that he was in. At this time, the farmer said that he wasn't armed, with him thinking that it must be wolves again. He headed quickly back to the house and grabbed a rifle. This wouldn't be the first time that he has had to deal with wolves, the farmer said. Now, as the farmer returned back to the fields, down towards the bottom of the field laid a cow that had been torn apart by something large, he thought. At this point, the farmer thought that he must have a large wolf pack running around. Just the damage that was done to this cow. He realized that it was one of the cows that he was expecting to see a new calf from. Being a farmer, you can't afford to lose cows this way, even though it does happen. He knew that he must find the pack before they could take down another cow or one of his other animals. With it being daylight now, he thought that his cows would be okay. The wolves will be settling down till nightfall. Then they would be on the hunt once again. So the farmer called his brother and other family members to come over for a night hunt of their own, with several of his friends and family showing up. They all stationed themselves at the edge of his fields, waiting for the pack to start moving. It was around 11:30 p.m. that night as they heard the first howls. They were loud and close, maybe only a quarter mile away at best, just out of sight, the farmer thought. Now, the farmer and his brother were down by where the cow had been killed the night before. Now, being around midnight, the witness says that he saw a creature come out of the tree line. It was huge, the witness said. It came out of the tree line on all fours, he said. It looked like a huge wolf. Then he said that this creature stood upon just its hind legs. That is when he said that he noticed that the front legs looked more like human arms. Just the way the creature was using and bending them, he said. The creature also didn't have paws. It had hands. He could see the fingers and claws on this animal. The fingers were much longer than that of a man, maybe 2 or 3 inches longer than any human fingers, he said. Then the claws looked to be 2 to 3 inches long also. They looked sharp and powerful to the witness. This creature was the color of a gray wolf, while having a torso of what looked to be almost human. The shoulder and chest area was wide and thick, he said, that you could see its muscles working through its fur. Now the farmer says that he's not a small man. He's 6'2" and weighs about 250 pounds, but that this thing made him feel very small at the time. Then they see another one coming out from the trees. This one was even bigger than the first creature. The first creature was around 7 foot or so, but this beast was at least 8 to 9 foot tall. This one came out of the trees walking on just its hind legs, with it being a black and tan looking creature, almost like it was a German Shepherd in color. Its ears were erect, as if it was listening for everything. This creature's head was huge. It could take a man's head off in one bite, he said. This creature's canines were 3.5 to 4 inches long, said the witness. This animal, or whatever it was, made the first creature look small. At this time the witness and his brother said that they were so scared that they almost took off running towards the house. But they said something just came to them and told them not to run, that these things would chase them down and rip them to shreds. So the witness said that instead of running, that he got mad. So he says that he raised his rifle and began to shoot at these creatures, with his brother following suit behind him, saying as they started shooting at these creatures that they turned and looked at them. Then they went down to all fours, and in a flash they were back into the trees. Now the 2 of them that saw these creatures, they did say that they didn't know what these creatures are that they saw that night. They looked kind of like huge wolves, but they didn't act like wolves. You hear stories of these Dogman type creatures down towards the south, but they only thought that they were stories, never thinking that they could be for real, they said. But what we saw was something that shouldn't exist in the world I grew up in, said the witness. I'm just a small farmer. I work hard here, but I do love it. And whatever these creatures are, I'm not going to give it up for them. I don't think we hurt one of them, but I'm hoping that we scared them off and they will never come back again. The rest of our family and friends that were there that night didn't get to see these strange creatures. The witness doesn't believe that they even believe him or his brother, but he knows what he saw. Now I don't know if these creatures have ever came back to his farm or not. I haven't heard from David in a while now. This is one of his last sightings that he ever sent me. Now the witness did say that these creatures did run away from them on 4 legs, and that they were around 5 and 6 foot long as they ran away. So did these creatures start out as wolves or something else? Could they be dire wolves that have evolved into these strange creatures? Or could they truly be some kind of werewolves? Or are they shapeshifters? Something like skinwalkers? Maybe there's something completely new to us. I just know that they were being seen in the late 1800s, but now in the early 2000s, they seem to be exploding. Now back in the 1800s or so, maybe there would be a sighting every couple of years. But now, you can find tens if not hundreds of sightings every year. So is their population growing? Or is it where people have moved more out into the wilderness, taking away their habitat? So they have no other options than to come closer to us humans. There is also a rumor that I keep hearing about these creatures, that they are not some strange creature, but skinwalkers, that has formed some kind of cult-like, with them training more and more people in their ways, which is causing all of these strange sightings of creatures, from crawlers to Dogman sightings. I just don't know what to think about that, It sounds a little out there for me. I mean, a cult of skinwalkers moving out into the world. But look at how many countries where there have been Dogman sightings now, and other strange creatures. I try to think on how these creatures might have came to be. I wonder about evolution and other circumstances that might have created something like a Dogman. Now, if you have any thoughts on this subject, please share them down below in the comments. So I hope you have enjoyed this sighting report. If so, leave a like and share this video with your friends and social media. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. Now, if you have the time and would like to help support our channel, then jump on over to our store where you can find t-shirts among other items. Now, July's glass is up in our drinkware, the first of the collection. I will be putting a new one up before August. Again, there will only be 250 sets made of this collection. I will leave a link to the store down below in the descriptions. So till next time, have a great day, and thanks for watching Those Endless Mysteries.